DarkPulse Inc. stock closed the session of the 14th of July 2021 at $0.1639. It has resumed its extension after getting a support from the 10-day moving average, and it has, as I said, continued to extend. We have a position in DarkPulse, so it's important that we point that out to you. Market cap is currently at $770 million, 4.698 billion shares outstanding. Technically, we can see it is pretty much still very much bullish. It appears to be in a strong bullish trend. 200-day moving average is upward sloping, and the MACD histogram is above zero and rising. It is outperforming the S&P 500. Momentum for DarkPulse is measured by 14-period slow stochastic oscillator. That is this oscillator here. Is waning. This means that investors are less aggressive in their recent purchases and may even be taking profits in positions but at lower prices. So even though it has continued to, it got that support from the 10-day moving average, and in the last session it began to extend, but before that time I think it retraced over 2 trading sessions. So maybe over the 14 period it is not the cumulative momentum is that it is not that of a bullish one, but one that is waning. That is probably the summation of all of it all. So the unbalanced volume indicator is, let's see what it's saying here. The unbalanced volume indicator is bullish. The slope of that indicator is positive and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers, even though momentum is not so wonderful. So over the last couple of sessions now, the DarkPulse has issued a couple of disclosures. One of them, the last one, was a Form 8 disclosure. It was issued on the 14th of July, which was the previous session or the last session. Okay, and it says here, on July 14, 2021, DarkPulse Inc., a Delaware corporation, entered a securities purchase agreement (SPA) with GS Capital Partners LLC, a New York limited liability company, the lender, pursuant to which the company issued to the lender a 6% redeemable note in the principal amount of $2 million. The note, the purchase price of the note is $1.98 million. The note matures on July 14, 2022, upon which time all accrued and unpaid interest will be due and payable. Interest accrues on the note at 6% per annum until the note becomes due and payable. Okay, that was the last disclosure, and the one before that, that was on the 12th of July. It says here, I believe it's a registration for more shares. Yes, it's issuing more shares. So we may offer up to $50 million in the aggregate amount, in the aggregate of the securities identified above from time to time in one or more offerings. This prospectus provides you with a general description of the securities. The securities offered by this prospectus may be sold from time to time in the open market through privately negotiated transactions, or a combination of these methods, at a fixed price to be set forth in the applicable pricing supplement until our common stock is quoted on the OTCQB or the OTCQX market, or the OTC Markets Inc., or a national securities exchange, of which there can be no assurance, and thereafter at market prices prevailing at the time of sale or at negotiated prices. So okay, so they are not until common, okay, so they are not quoted on the OTC yet. Probably some expert markets of the OTC or whatever it is. So so that is this is an S-3 disclosure, so it has something to do with share issuance. Obviously that is what we're looking at right here. So they are issuing 50 million common stock shares, I believe. Sorry, $50 million worth of shares. You may have come across that. So all in all, the stock has continued to extend. That is the news, and It's been of delight to a lot of market participants, and I can't even really tell you not to buy, because the stock has continued to run up this huge extension. Let's see what's going on here. This is the daily market. Obviously, not is going on for DarkPulse, as DarkPulse is not quoted on the post markets. It doesn't. Probably doesn't trade in the post markets. So the last volume that the entire volume for that session, the 14th of July, was 120.64 million shares, and we can see there that the RSI is gradually trying to improve. It's at roughly at 70.37. So still the signal is still very much a bullish one. But we have the 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is improving, as against what we saw earlier on. There was saying it is waning, but it's just trying to improve, currently at 71.57. Okay, so all in all, we can say yes, the stock has it's trading at a premium, at a significant premium to all of its moving averages. So it's currently at $0.1639, and the 10-day moving average is indicating a price of $0.13. The 20-day is indicating a price of $0.1. The 50-day moving average is indicating a price of $0.05. The 200-day moving average is $0.02. Volume weighted average price is $0.15. So it is trading at the premium to all of its moving average, including the volume weighted average price. So indeed, the stock is strongly bullish, and even though it's a penny stock, it's so cheap, and fundamentals look right. Everybody is I know a lot of market participants love the stock. The opportunity is there, especially the fact that it is still very much cheap, and that it hasn't really done so much as such. They believe it has a prospect, but the company has pretty much been around, even though it currently exists through it's currently in this business it is doing now through a merger. But outside that, it acquired it's been around since 1989. So like I said, the opportunity is there. The key driver, the key catalyst for people joining the stock, I believe, is the fact that it's still very much cheap, not even up to $2. The highest, it's high, it's a 10-day high, sorry, 10-year high is only $0.24. $0.24. So given all of those things, you may not even want to know what the fundamentals are like for the stock. You may just want to simply jump in, put some amount of money there, $100, $200, and if it's going to go to waste, let it go to waste. I'm only saying, this may be why we're seeing a lot of interest in the stock. And yeah, it's like I said, it's cheap, affordable. It still has a lot to deliver, but at the same time as well, people might argue that it's been around for ages and it still hasn't done anything. So, but it's unfortunate that, or rather fortunate, see it as you may, it's people that make stocks. It's you and I are currently making it now. We have developed interest in the stock, and it's shooting up. Very soon now it may supersede that 10-year high of $0.24. And they are taking advantage of that to raise more capital, raising debt, and to see if they're going to grow the business. They have things going on. We have this acquisition here with where they have had the intent to acquire TerraData Unmanned PLLC, a drone-based company offering multiple platforms, including underwater capabilities. So it is the involvement of market participants that does enable some of these stocks improve their financial outlook and their fundamental business pursuits and all that stuff. So it has come to them. The opportunity looks good for them, and indeed a lot of market participants. But at the same time, technically, it is trading at a huge, I wouldn't say huge premium, at a premium to all of its moving averages. So I would simply say it's a buy because of the fact that the interest seems to be there. The signals seems to be a bullish one, I think it will continue to drive it. The momentum is there, and indeed there must be short interest and short volumes out there. We haven't checked it, but easily there has to be, because wherever you have recent retail market participants getting involved, there lies also significant and tangible amount of short volumes. So if you want to buy, by all means buy. We have a position there. Let's see how things go. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this video.